Well, hi there, Aquarius. This is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I'm here to talk to you about January. I am also, of course, Lady J of Lady J's Pirate Readings. Hello! That name will be figured out and stabilized, and you'll be the first to know when I know what I'm going to do. Ha! But we're not there yet. Sorry. I am clearly not at home. I am still out on my adventures and will be home and finish all of the readings for this month at home. But for now, we're doing it right here. We're going to do the overview here on location. And I wanted to do it in this format so that you could see the up closeness of the cards and really see the details of them. They're quite beautiful, and you can't see them when I'm far away. So we're trying something new, right? All the cards will be listed in the comments in the description below, as are all my links. So if you want to reach out, please do. I am going to go ahead and pick one of these crystal cards, the Crystal Ally cards for you for the month of January. It will be your card of the month, the stone of the month, and we will reference it and we will see which card comes up for you, my beautiful Aquarians. Let's see. So many cards, and yet I've had repetitions. It's very interesting to watch the repetitions take place. But I have so many cards. All right, and we have Rose Quartz, love. This is yours and yours alone. Fabulous. But Rose Quartz and love is a wonderful stone that speaks very much of caring for your heart chakra, taking care of your heart chakra. It's important to be, the things going on with the heart are a big deal. It isn't just the physical stuff, but those are a big deal too. But all the little subtleties, the things that go on around it emotionally are oftentimes just set aside, put in a corner, put in a box, and set aside until we feel like we're ready to play with that. And oftentimes we never get back to it. So it's, a forgotten toy. And we do that quite often because it's inconvenient to have feelings sometimes. And we don't want to make anyone else feel bad by having our own feelings. So we unfortunately postpone who we are as a person until it's convenient. And it's never convenient to be a person, apparently. So it's something we have to make time for. All right. You have private messages for you from my spirit. I did take notes. And I'm going to go ahead and lay out these cards for us in the 5 columns and 3 rows. All right. The message I got for all of us, for all 12 signs, was that we need to get going. We need to get started, moving along. There are things that we've all been postponing and putting off, whether it's our workout routine, a new job, or a new business we were thinking about starting. And the answer is go, go, go. It's time. We finally reached that place where we can, in fact, move forward with all that stuff. And it's okay to go. Yay! Very nice. But once again, your private message from my spirit was that you, Aquarians, just need to hang on, okay? Give yourself a break. We were talking about the feelings, right? You need to hang on. Don't let them bury you. Don't let them take you from us. Know that it's okay to celebrate the good things that are happening, because there are good things happening, all right? Not all of my Aquarians are in the doldrums. Some of my Aquarians are in the doldrums, and it's okay to have that. It's okay to feel that, and it's okay to share that with other people. The answer is hang on. Don't go before it's time. You might leave 5 minutes before the miracle happens, right? It's important, if you hang on, things will change. So there's hanging on for dear life and celebrate. So the very fact that you got here and that you're still here, that's a celebration in and of itself. And we want you to stay there. We want you to stay in that moment. Understand what that is and be open to it. because there's joy in the very fact that you made it this far. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. We love you. I love you. Awesome. Okay, so let's talk now. We have the 5 weeks and all the cards are laid out. December 31st through January 6th. All right, we're going to go ahead and start. Love begins. So there's something really sweet coming your direction. Love begins this very first week of January. This could be a new interaction. It could be as simple as like a puppy that you run into on your walk every morning and you're like, dude, that thing is so sweet. And you form a little relationship with that little puppy. And that's cool. It could be the grocery store clerk that you start to see and recognize every week. And you're like, hey, man, that's really great. I'm having a new friend. Or it could be a new passion, a new work passion that you're like, okay, this is like the funnest thing I've ever done. And I want to do more of that. That's awesome. But your attraction to whatever this is growing and getting more intense, and that's really nice. Because as we nurture that beauty in our lives, we become very much so happy. We become happy, and isn't that a wonderful thing? Oh my God, right? Realize that you're not yet an authority in this area, so you'll have to ask some questions and be new and have some opportunities. Some of my Aquarians are going to be getting into new relationships. So yay, be open for that too, and know that you're not an authority on your new person. So asking questions is perfectly acceptable. And they're going to ask some questions too. So that's nice. Well, awesome. The fulfillment of wishes is also happening here. So while you're falling in love or beginning something beautiful, something wonderful will happen. Maybe that puppy that you've been looking at through the fence is going to end up needing a new home. Hello, what a bummer. And you happen to have space for him. Yay! So coincidences are going to be part of the deal. And I know that word isn't a word, but it's a coincidences. Yes, coincidences. Be open to serendipity. Serendipity is going to be playing a part in this week. I love that very much. You will have things to learn. You are not an authority on whatever it is you're getting yourself into. It feels so good to be learning about it. You're going to be so excited. I'm so happy for you. We will go in depth about this week at the end of this video. But for now, we're going to move on to the 7th through the 13th. All right. Material and spiritual prosperity. That's fun. Material and spiritual prosperity. So you are figuring things out. For some of my people, you're going to be retiring. You're going to be figuring out how you can live large and happy because you've done all the other stuff. And for others, it's going to be that thing where, okay, don't yell at me. Hanging on, right? We talked about the hanging on because I have the yin and the yang here. I've got some yin and yang Aquarians, and oh yeah. So even last week, the yin and the yang, there's the people who are having love begin, and there's the ones who are just not there yet and are feeling their aloneness, feeling detached and not like they're getting anything fulfilled. So hang on, hang in, stick with us. Things are going to change, I promise you. But the others who are in this other beautiful place of beginnings and whatnot, will want to celebrate, and it will be worthy. You are worthy of celebrating, and celebrating your goodness and happiness is important. Of course, we brought this material and spiritual prosperity. You're celebrating that for some of you, but things are going to take a little slog for a momento. They're not going to go very quickly. So paperwork moves at a snail's pace, especially during Mercury retrograde, which is still happening, I believe, at this time. So hang on. Don't get crazy. Just realize things are going to move at a snail's pace. And my hanger-oners, keep hanging on, okay? Talk to some people. Share your frustrations. It's okay. There are other people just as frustrated, and they need you to know that, yeah, I'm frustrated like a sumbitch. You need to know that you're not alone, okay? And both of y'all, look at me. Both of you need to go ahead and rest and rejuvenate. Don't forget that being all this, being successful is exhausting, but being stuck is also exhausting. And I want you to take time to nurture yourself. Love yourself. Don't forget to love yourself. And all these things that are happening, it's important to stay in this state of love. Even when we're stuck, we need to, especially then is when we need to start really paying attention to how we take care of ourselves. All right. The next week over, the 14th through the 20th, we have movement, choices, and decisions. So some people will be making decisions about where they live and how they live because they might need more than what they have. Okay. They might need more help. They might need to live with a family member. They might need to get additional assistance, and that's okay. We need to figure out where we are, where we're going, and how we're going to get there. Others are going to be thinking about getting a summer home or some other version of living situation. I can see homes and doorways opening. Others will be changing jobs. Others will be considering new ways of being in the world. I see upgrades. I see upticks. For some of my Aquarians, you're going to get better. Things are going to get looking up. They're like, ooh, a bigger TV screen. Ooh, all these things. I see upgrades in your life, and I want you to appreciate them and celebrate them. Know that you've earned what you're getting, so you can celebrate. And my hanger-oners, your movements and changes are going to be just as interesting and intense, but they might be in a different direction. So keep hanging on, okay? And keep sharing your burden so that you're not carrying it alone. It's too much, all right? Things that are blocked this week are partnerships and alliances. So this particular week, the people you'll be sharing with are not partners and alliances per se. They're people who care about you, right? There are people who care about you but won't end up doing anything to fix, change, or alter the situation, but they will be supporters, right? And there's a difference, and we want you to know that difference and pay attention to that difference. You will have other people come up later. It's just not now, okay? So this here is talking about your crown chakra, and that's this one up here. I want you to remember to stay connected to your big guy, whatever that is, your relationship to your higher power, whatever your connection is. This is where you're going to feel your most support. And if you can stay connected to your higher person, your higher power of whatever that is, that thing that makes you feel like it's okay to be here on the planet, I think that you'll find your solace there. And that's probably why some of this is happening, so that you can stay connected, right? Staying connected. Remember that the gifts you're receiving of these choices, decisions, and opportunities, they're coming from higher. They're not coming from down here. Those things aren't going that way. It's coming in. So be aware that you're receiving from outside of you. Now, let's talk about the 21st through the 27th, all right? Your intuition. We've been telling you to pay attention to your crown chakra, and your intuition is going to start paying attention to you. If you'll pay attention to your gut, your belly will tell you what you need and where you're going and how you're getting there. Intuition is on point. Listen to those little voices. They're helping you. They're trying to help you not have trouble, right? We don't want you to have trouble. Destiny. The many facets of yourself. Destiny. It speaks very much to all the different people that we've been in our lives and who we are now and how they're all part of who we are now as a whole. But yeah, you're not going to be able to access all the other channels right now. Those things are blocked. So this destiny card is blocked. So just sort of accept that you don't have to have all the tools at your disposal right now. So if in the past you were like this massive, awesome, like, okay, one day or for a couple of years I was a magician, and for another couple of years I was a construction person, and now you're going to take those things and you're like, okay, I'm headed out in this new direction, and I should be able to bring my magician and my construction person and get all busy and do all my stuff. And what's true is, no, you're going to be the one standing around and pointing and telling other people because it's your idea, but you can't do it all. You can't be all those people you used to be. Not now. You need to step back and be a different person who's integrated all the knowledge from those people. And now you know where you're going and where you want to be. And so you're going to guide other folks to do what you want to do, but you're not going to be the one doing it yourself. Okay. So you need to allow the other facets of yourself to only be there in guidance, not in physical reality. Okay. And wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So with your intuition and you're stepping back from being the one in charge of doing stuff, there will be recognition and reward. This is super cool. I like this for you. You will be appreciated for being a person who has been who they are. You're going to be appreciated for being all the other many things that you've been. All right. So that's very cool. Some of you will be actually receiving awards, right? Like I see a plaque. Somebody's getting a plaque. Thank you for your many years of service. Well, fabulous. That's cool. Others will be receiving other accolades or acknowledgement for what they can do or what they need to do. And my hanger-oners, follow your intuition. Remember the lessons from your past and who you've been in the past so that you can remember those tools. Remember the tools. Hey, those tools will come and help. Okay. And of course, recognition and reward will come in the fact of some of that paperwork you've been working on is going to come through, and you will be honored and appreciated in that moment by like the fact that, oh, look, the paperwork worked. Yay. Finally, you've been waiting for it, and that's why you've been hanging on. So I appreciate you. I know that it's tough. I know you're going through it. But some things you've been working towards are starting to come through. So good for you for hanging on until the very end. We're here. Other people are here to help you. Reach out. You can be getting the support you need if you tell people you need help. Okay? Excellent. So January 28th through February 3rd, we're going to talk about what's going on. We have the sacral chakra. And that is, of course, the second chakra. We're talking about the one above, just below your belly button and above your genitals. Because the fact is, this is the sexual chakra. It is talking about how our creativity is here. All of our creativity is there, and our creationness is there. I mean, hey, look at what we do there. So yes, all of that sexual activity and creation, creativity, all in one place. Look at us go. This is where you're at. This particular week, you are going to have this energy of creativity coming out of you. You're going to be wanting to make things happen and get things done. Cool. But you might stop yourself cold in your tracks. Just be aware. Trapped in fear, you might realize, okay, this is much more about my hanger-oners, okay, Aquarius. Please, you need to talk to some people, share out loud with another human being what's going on in you. You know, as well as anyone, that the best answer to most of these questions is just sharing it and letting people know what's really going on, okay? For my non-hanger-oners, the celebrators, maybe you're making big plans that are so big that you're a little annoyed, a little surprised at yourself, and it's got you a little hiccupy, as in, I don't know what to do, that's a lot. And that's okay. It's okay to be, it's a lot. It's better you should be there than in the other place where you're pretending like it's nothing at all. It's like, oh, yes, it is. Okay. So indeed, it's a lot. So you too should share, Mr. Celebrator, All right. And of course, we have the shadow, which is our solution. Our solution this week is to acknowledge that we have a dark side and a light side. Acknowledge both of ourselves. They're part of who we are. We talked about our many facets last week, and our many facets were blocking us, right? So we're not going to let those many facets block us now. They're part of our solution. We're recognizing that we have that dark side and that light side, and when we put them together, we are a whole, right? And that whole is super important, but acknowledging that the darkness isn't bad, it's just another part of us. It's part of how we survive. And maybe sometimes our survival mode is maybe not as pretty as others. And that's okay too. It is what it is. The fact that we survive is the important part, right? So for my hanger-oners, you can now celebrate your shadow side and realize that your shadow side is trying to keep you alive, okay? Don't get mad at that. It's doing its job. You are in a place where you need to hang. Just be a part of. Let people help. Everything is going to change. That is the most profoundly obvious thing to say, I know. But if you're not bracing yourself / opening yourself up to the possibilities of what that could be, you're going to be in a shock. Okay? We don't want you to be in a shock. We want you to be as prepared as possible. And going, okay, things are changing. Here we go. I have the Alleyman's Tarot, and I have, of course, stored away all the other cards as I like to do. And we will go ahead and pull a few cards for this particular week, being December 31st through January 6th. We will get more information. Let's talk about it. So this week starts with love, or it doesn't start. It's just the whole theme of the month, the week. Love begins. We have beautiful joy and love happening. Something wonderful is feeling good, okay? My hanger-oners are even going to have something in this area that is like, yes, yes. And I want you to kind of get into it and appreciate it. See how long you can hang on to it, all right? Because the next card down is called Weird Ass Mystical Shit. And I think that's a good description, right? Weird ass mystical shit. Which is, this guy's head is full of hands that are holding crystals that have antlers, and what else? Clouds and an eyeball. So yeah, it's some weird ass mystical shit. So let's not be unwilling to appreciate the serendipity, okay? There's serendipity coming to you this week. Don't try and explain every little thing that goes really well, or goes, oh, I can't even believe I ran into so-and-so. I can't even believe it. Who cares? It's awesome. Enjoy the joy, love the love, and don't try and explain it. Don't try and, oh, I can't, oh, I can't. Psh. Yeah. Weird ass mystical shit, baby. Let it roll. This is the Knight of Rings. And he is fighting for the brass ring, which is in his hand. Okay? So you can see that brass ring right there. And yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got a big sword right there in his hand. And he is indeed able and willing to use what he's got. And he's ready. But he's also harvesting. He's harvesting. There's leaves there letting us know this is a beautiful harvest. This could be a nighttime project. So there are stars around him telling me that there might be the weird ass mystical shit will be taking place at night. And you will be getting more of what you want. Okay? So this is super cool. It will be unexplainable and you will enjoy it. So huzzah! I love that for you. We talked about you not having all the answers. This is the authority and it's blocked. Okay, so you're not going to have all the answers this week, and that's okay. You don't have to have the answers. You just get to show up and have a good time and see what it comes. The King of Swords is here. This is the King of Swords. This is just a really beautiful version of the King of Swords. He is, normally he's a pretty intense guy who really wants to be in control of things. Oh, he still is. That's good to know. But yes, he is coveting the sword. That is the sword in his hand right there. His hand is holding the sword. He's got the sword right there holding, and he's coveting, and he's like dreaming of the power and wanting it to be super real and intense. It's super interesting, right? It's blocked. So you're not really going to be in control of anything. Just know that. Like I said, the authority card is blocked. So while you want to be the guy in charge and you think that whatever's going on around you is kind of crazy and you want more information, but you can't do it. All right. You're not in charge. And that King of Swords just said you're still not in charge. And at the moment, I'm okay. The gloaming card. This is the gloaming card. It speaks to me of things that are being birthed, things that are coming out, things that are being goodness from the darkness, right? Goodness from the darkness. So goodness from the darkness. Yay. I like that. But this is, of course, in the block department because maybe you're pushing too hard. Okay. I know it's a little obvious, but I want you to just know that as we go, you're not in charge, so you gotta not push. Don't try and make everything be your way. Just kind of sit back and let serendipity take over, all right? Because it's really, really good if you just let go, okay? Fulfillment of wishes, right? We are going to have all the good stuff come to us. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and all you gotta do is let go of trying to control the whole scene, all right? It's a good idea. I like it for you. The relic. All right, we have the relic. This is the summer mixtape. Also the relic. So I want you to see this card and understand that this is no longer useful for two reasons. One, because nobody has a tape recorder anymore. And the other one is that the tape has been pulled out and you'd have to twist that back up in there. It's not that you can't or won't. It's that is it really important? I want to say we're hanging on to something from the past that isn't necessary anymore. There are ways and means to get where you want to go without having to use old things to make things new, right? You're just trying to dust off something old. When your wishes are being fulfilled, it's okay to let go of the dirty old things, right? The dirty old things can go. You don't need to hang on to them so much, all right? That's just it. Just release. As you win, release, okay? Remember, you're not in charge, and you got to release control of the dirty old thing because it might have to go anyway, all right? Now, two whips. Pardon my tapping the mic. Sorry. Two whips. Two whips is the other card we have here telling us that one more time, it speaks to control. It speaks to balance in control, balance in power. But I want you to use your intuition. If you can't use your power and your control and all those other things and the authority, use your intuition and stay out of it. I'm going to just say it. You need to stay out of it, okay? Stay out of it. Don't try and control everything. Let something go. This is very, very cool. I like to see that everything is just going to come to you magically. Okay, magically. Let it go. Try not to control everything, okay? I'm not even going to clarify this because it's beautiful. It's beautiful just as it is. And I think this is wonderful for you, Aquarius. For my hanger-oners, you know, I really want you to just know that, yeah, you're going to be stuck in the mystical shit too. Let it come. Let it be mesmerizing and surprising. And don't don't be afraid to let go of something that doesn't work anymore. All right? Because it's okay. It's okay. You don't need it. You'll have more, or you'll not need it. All right? So hang in there. I appreciate you so much. We'll talk next week about the 7th through the 13th. And once again, like and subscribe. It's free. And I will be with you as much as I can. All right? Thank you.